welcome to my table. This is Amanda with Journey in the Stone, and this is your Pick a Stone reading. I have a couple of different things here I'm really excited to share. I've got this awesome amethyst cupcake. Amethyst is an amazing stone for calming and balancing energy. If you find that you're really having heightened psychic and intuitive type thoughts, this is a really good protective stone from psychic attack. But more importantly, it's a well-rounded stone that helps connect both the earth plane and the spiritual world. We also have a double terminated Smokey quartz. I love this stone, and we all love Smokies. Smoky's a protective stone, but the double terminated is really unique in that it allows energy in and out. So if you want some reciprocal type energy in your life, this is a good stone to have. It's grounding, stabilizing, and it can take low energy and transmute it into high energy. Finally, we have the blue Chalcedony. I love this one so much. Chalcedony is a stone of goodwill, brotherhood. It's nurturing, and it can absorb negative energy and dissipate it. So if you're feeling like maybe you want to break up some negative energy, you want to have some goodwill with others, this is a good stone for that reason. These are your options. Stone 1, the amethyst. Stone 2, smoky quartz. And stone 3, Chalcedony. We'll see you soon. Hello, stone number 1. You selected amethyst. As mentioned before, this is a really amazing, well-rounded stone. It's a classic, tried and true, and enjoyed by so many for its calming and balancing effects. If you chose this crystal, it may be that you are looking to bring some balance and some stability into your life. It could also mean that maybe you're having some psychic thoughts, feelings, visions, growth right now, and you'd like to get some clarity. So we're going to see what the cards have to say, and we will go from there. Herald of change is the overall energy that we're having here today. I believe maybe you are in the throes of some shift and transition in your life, and it's thrown your equilibrium off a little bit, and you may be seeking some sense of chill. You may need some balance right now. You may just be looking for the bare minimum in balance, work, life, and home, your imagination and the real world. We're going to dive into some tarot. We're going to get some clarity around this energy, and we'll go from there, okay? You may be making some plans at this time. You may be in the process of juggling quite a few things, and it's caused some disruption in the decision-making process. But that's going to come to an end. I see a tremendous amount of significant change here for you, especially when it comes to finances and plans for the future. We have 2 2s here. So this is it's a divine number. 2 is the number of partnership, but it's also the number of duality. So I do feel like there's a balancing act here that's taking place. With the Chariot in reverse, it feels like you might be feeling a little out of control in terms of your process right now. You may be forced to go with the flow, or you may be feeling forced in one direction that you maybe are over and you don't want to participate in anymore, or you're bored with. I don't know. I feel like you want to go in one direction, but you're still feeling tied to another, and this is creating a sense of imbalance for you. But I do see that there is going to be a major shift. If it's not already happening, there is a major shift and overcoming some obstacles here, especially when it comes to either finance or a mindset around your home space and stability. With the Wheel of Fortune here next to the 5 of Pentacles reverse, I feel like you're moving out of a mindset and or situation that has felt disempowering. Our next card is Passion. It will take passion for you to push through your self-criticism to get to a place of balance. Absolutely. You may be feeling, because you're unable to make a significant change right now, or you're feeling like there are elements of your life right now that are conflicting with your ability to take forward action. It may have you feeling a little down about yourself, or like, when you're out of control and you can't quite get the reins on the situation, that can feel very defeating. But don't worry about that, because that is all going to come to pass. You are capable. You are an incredible spirit in an individual. The fact that you've even invited this change, the fact that you are moving away from things that no longer serve you, suggests to me that you are passionate. Passionate people are also sensitive people, and they can be prone to self-criticism. So my encouraging words to you, my friend, is that be easy on yourself. Balance will come. Invite that calm energy in if you start to feel a little bit wild and out of control. And if you're starting to feel as if your mental space is being infiltrated by negative thoughts or negative people, give yourself a timeout. Think about the things that you love. Do something that you love. Look at some beautiful art. Take a walk in nature and allow yourself an opportunity to bring in some high vibrations, some calm energy, because that is where you will start to restore. And when we restore, we get back to a place of confidence. I have a couple of shadow cards here. All the piles have some shadow cards, but you have the most. So all this is really going to suggest is some things that you may want to keep an eye out for in the coming month, week. I don't know. You decide how it applies to you. We have the Four of Spheres, which is the Four of Pentacles, Justice, and the Page of Cups. Everything is in the upright, so this feels like strong energy to me, especially with Justice in the center. I feel like the shadow work here is not to get too fixated on a sense of justice. Don't hold on to the idea that things need to be made right for you, because regardless, with the Page of Cups, it's telling you to be love, to be nurturing, to be sensitive. And I feel like that really applies to you. Be all these things for you. Don't hold on too tightly to the concept of justice. Unless you've truly been wronged and there has been something violent and abusive and terrible. In that case, seek the support of your friends, seek the support of your support system, and certainly call for help if that is what you need. However, I feel like this has more of an element of going from a place of feeling disempowered to a place of feeling empowered, especially with passion here, especially with the Chariot in reverse. There's a little bit of disempowerment, but you are passionate. Something may be holding you back right now, and I feel the shadow work is to let go and put that energy into you. Okay, we have one more card. This is our Moonology card. This is just a quick roundabout message from the universe, and it says, be bold and make the first move. Certainly, do that. Do that one. Be bold and make the first move. You're a passionate person. That by making the first move, you automatically instill yourself with a sense of confidence, because when we make first moves, when we take action, we are performing acts that self-assure our capacity to do hard things, to do exciting things, to be courageous, to be brave. I have a lot of faith in you, and I have a lot of faith in what we're seeing here today. You may be needing some balance. There is an element of injustice here. You may have been derailed a little bit and feeling a little insecure at the moment, but I think without a doubt, you'll be making bold moves in the direction of your dreams soon enough. Thank you so much for being here. If you liked this, you can like, share, and subscribe. And also, if you enjoy these stones, you can go to my Etsy shop. The link is in my description. Okay, bye. I'm so glad you chose this stone. I love Smokey Quartz. This is a dark and rich, vibrant stone that is going to offer you a tremendous amount of grounding and stability and definitely protection. It may be at this time you're feeling like, yeah, you need to like cool your jets a little bit. You may have had a very exciting or transitional few months, and you're starting to dial back your energy, seek some stability, and probably even increase your energy a little bit. I'm sensing that there's been a lot of output recently, and now you're looking to restore. We're gonna pull some of our cards here, and we're gonna get a general start, read, resourcefulness, horned cactus. I feel, Smoky Quartz for me is a resourceful stone. It's a classic stone. And the horned cactus, suggesting resourcefulness, tells me that you've probably been very hard at work. This kind of also represents earth energy. So you may be a earth sign, maybe even Taurus. However, I think that the main energy I'm feeling here is that there's been a lot of output on your part. You have had to do some hard work the last couple months, couple weeks, and you may be feeling exhausted and you may be seeking a sense of stability at this time. We're going to pull some tarot cards and see what kind of story we have for you. You got an extra tarot card. The other piles all have 5, and you have an extra one. So I'm feeling like there is a lot of energy here at the moment. There's a lot to this situation here, so let's take a look. There was a new beginning. You may have had to quickly move out of a situation. You have maybe needed to do something to protect your energy and move out of a direction that you were previously headed, or take yourself out of an environment that was not working. I do think that you've had to do a lot of healing. However, you're starting to come out of this space. I think you've given up on some things that just were not working for you. And it may have created some extra work for you in terms of energy. But it was the right thing to do. It's part of your path. It feels like you feel very strongly that you have done the right thing recently. We have the Fool and the Hierophant on either end of our spread here. And to me, that says a couple of different things. One, there is a lot of balance here. There is this sense of liberation, freedom, joy, and there's also this very composed, direct, and stable energy. In between is a little rough, I have to admit, but I feel like you got from one thing to another and vice versa. You have found a way to bridge the gap through your resourcefulness. Communication. The clarity, interactivity, and timing of communications is crucial. Absolutely. You may have had to do something very suddenly. You may have had to make very quick moves recently. And it feels a lot to me like how you put yourself out there, the connections that you made, the networking that you made, the way in which you communicated your needs, not only to others, but to source itself, has created an opportunity for you right now. And you have honed in on a very important trait, which is our capacity not only to stand up for ourselves and state what we need and identify what we need, but to communicate what we need. That is a huge feat, and I'm so pleased to see that popping up for you. Next up, we have a couple of shadow cards. These cards are just going to indicate some things that may come up over the next week, month, that you may want to be on the lookout for, things that you can maybe work on during this time if you have the capacity to do so. We have the King of Wands in reverse and the Four of Wands. It may be that in your resourcefulness, you've had to, you really had to shake up the ground here. And it may be creating this hyper sense of instability in an otherwise fairly balanced individual. I would say what I'm getting from these cards is don't let the past corrupt what is coming into view at this time. Next up, we have our Moonology. This is just a general message from the universe, something that just a little signal from source. Bring love into the situation. You have been working very, very, very hard. We have New Moon in Aquarius. This is an innovator. This is a hard worker. This is someone with a lot of ideas who has the capacity to put things into action. And I think that's what you did. With our Aquarius and communication, it seems like there was an opportunity here in the recent past for you to say what you needed, and you actually did what you had to do to get the job done. And now it may be a good time to dial back the intensity and bring love into the situation, bring self-love into the situation, bring rest, renewal, rejuvenation, nurture yourself, okay? With the horned cactus, and then this bring love into the situation, you may have had to be very spiky, and you may have been poked, okay? So now's the time to take care of self. You've worked very hard. Smokey Quartz is here to protect you. Smokey Quartz is here to continue bringing in balance into the situation, okay? Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, you can like, share, and subscribe. If you like these crystals and stones, you can visit my Etsy shop. It's listed in the description. Okay, bye. Hello, stone number 3. You chose Chalcedony, such a beautiful and nurturing stone. Honestly, just holding this stone, looking at this stone brings in a sense of peace. It calms me in a tremendous way. And I'm thinking maybe you chose this piece because you too are seeking some nurturing. You too may be trying to dissolve some negative energy that's been in your world and create something more positive. You may be looking to seek forgiveness and or give forgiveness. We're going to open up our cards here. We're going to get a general read with our oracle card. It's very interesting because there's been a lot of balance in all these stones, a desire for balance. Your card is dances on one foot, balancing act. I feel like maybe you have had to tread lightly in your world right now. That you may have recently dealt with a situation that may have felt a little volatile and or disruptive to your daily life routine. And it feels a little fragile right now, which is the perfect time to invite Chalcedony because this is a very nurturing stone for you. We're going to pull some tarot cards and we're going to kind of get a little more information on what's happened. Okay, we've got Tower. Okay, well, it seems like you may have been wounded recently and you're feeling perhaps fragile, which is a totally normal and beautiful thing. Our fragility, our vulnerability is what makes us human. We are souls, spirits in a body. We chose to come here to have a human experience, and with the good, we have to take the bad. And it feels that you have perhaps had to endure some suffering, some hardship. And while I do believe that we are moving out of that energy, you're still feeling perhaps vulnerable. We have the Tower, and then we have the Five of Wands. There was something recently, you may have felt a defeat. You may be wounded at this time, thinking about what you could have done differently, what could have changed the situation. But here's the thing, we have a Three of Wands. This is telling me that there is something beautiful coming in. Even with the Star reversed, this is not the opposite of Star meaning upright for me. When I see reversals, I think of an energy that's dialed back. And what I'm seeing is that you perhaps have had some difficulty. And while you're on the other side, you are still in a place of self-evaluation, taking inventory, assessing the damage. However, what's truly meant to be is coming in. With the Star reverse, I feel like it may just be taking a little bit longer because there is a healing process that is taking place. New start. Sometimes we must realize that what we have done needs to be discarded, and what we must make, and that we must make a new start. Sometimes we must realize that what we have done needs to be discarded and we must make a new start. That is challenging to do. Absolutely. Especially if we loved something and put energy, time, heart, space into. So I do feel a new start is coming. It is probably not charging in the kind of way that sometimes we crave, especially when we've been recently wounded. But I believe the healing process here is imperative. And again, with the Chalcedony nurturing energy, you're going to find that self-love, self-care, and this healing process is going to do wonders for you. Next up, we have our shadow card. This is just going to illuminate a possible snag that could cause some disruption in this process for you. We're just going to take a look. It's Temperance. Be patient with yourself. You've been through something challenging. It has caused you to pull back your energy, go inward a little bit. You're licking some wounds. My instincts here are telling me that the thing that could possibly slow down this process for you, this healing and movement into a new start, is you not being patient with yourself. Give yourself time to recover, okay? And then once you start to move through that recovery phase, start to dream. And you know, what the hell, dream now. That is part of your recovery. Last, we have our Moonology. This is just a general message from the universe. Conclusions are within reach. Yes. You've had to take a hit here And it's important for your particular process that you are patient with yourself, and that you remember that this new start it's on the horizon here. Okay, the star is here. It may not feel as grand right now as we want it to, but it is happening. And the more you rest, recover, the more you are going to light up from within, and the star will become more and more prevalent in the landscape. Okay, you're going to be amazing. Just give yourself a little bit of time. And thank you so much for coming and being part of this Chalcedony. Your energy is valuable. If you enjoyed this, you can like, share, and subscribe. If you're interested in stones and crystals, you can visit my Etsy shop. It's in the link below. Okay, bye.